Jessie, and today I have a decently large book haul for you guys. So, like every month, I tell you, I didn't really plan on buying this many books, but I did. And that's kind of the same as it is this month. I didn't really plan on shopping as much, but I did, and I have them here, and we're just going to talk about them because I bought quite a few books. Some of these are from book boxes. I get Fairy Loot, Owl Crate, and Illuma Crate every single month, so those are going to be included in this monthly book haul. And then I had some gifts, and I had some gift cards and stuff like that. I went to the used bookstore, but yeah, I just can't control myself apparently. And I just wanted to get some more books. And June should probably be a much slower month. Like, I don't really plan on buying anything that's not in my book boxes. So my 3 book boxes. July, on the other hand, is my birthday month. My birthday is July 3rd. So I expect, to do some self-spoiling in the month of July. Because what other way do I spoil myself other than buy books? Like, that's like one of the 2 things I spend my money on for myself. It's books and tattoos. So June will probably be a really skimp month. I might not even have a book haul in June because I don't really plan on buying anything. I have a bunch of other stuff going on. But July, y'all, just don't judge me, okay? All right, so let's get this started out, and I will talk about all the books that I acquired in the month of May. All right, so first we're gonna start out with the books that I got in book boxes, which there's actually quite a few this month, even though I only get 3 book boxes. We had one that was delayed, so I got, all right, and the first one is The Ones We Are Meant to Find. This is from, I believe, my recent Owl Crate box, and I'm really, really excited. This is by Joanne He, and I've been wanting to read this, y'all. And the pretty, pretty, pretty cover, I love it. Owl Crate's been doing not the best, but they've had some really pretty editions. I just wish they would go back to doing sprayed edges. It kind of makes the book, and I miss that. But I'm really excited for this book itself. This is a YA, more sci-fi than fantasy, and it's kind of compared to Black Mirror. And there's these 2 sisters, and one is trapped, I believe, on Earth, and she has no memory other than the fact that she has a sister out there somewhere. And the other sister is trying to find her. And it just sounds like it's going to be really good, and I'm excited to get to this. The next book box book was from my Illuma Crate box, and that is In the Ravenous Dark. This is one that was on one of my most anticipated releases, and look at that. Look at that beautiful sprayed edge. It's so pretty. This is about a girl who has magic, and I believe in this world, if you have magic, you are indebted to the crown, and you have to do your magic for them. And she kind of hides it her whole life, and then they find her out, and she is bound to this undead ghost or something like that. And it sounds really cool. I don't think I'm making it sound really cool, but it sounded really cool when I read the synopsis. And I believe there's a polyamorous relationship, so that's always fun. Next up, we have probably my favorite purchase this month. This is actually from Fairy Loot, and that is The Prison Healer by Lynette Nani. I have already read this, and I did a full review that you can go watch. I had the ARC from NetGalley, so I was really, really excited to get this in the Fairy Loot, and y'all, it's beautiful. This book is so pretty. Even this, the underside of it, it's so pretty. They did such a cool edition of it, and they are apparently doing a matching edition for the second book that's coming out in October, and I will definitely be purchasing that from Fairy Loot. This is a YA fantasy about a girl who is the healer in this death prison, and she has to protect this rebel queen who is brought into the prison and ends up taking on this queen's trials for her so she can protect her just to give her enough time for like the rebels to come save everyone. And it is so good. I loved it. I can't wait for book 2. You can check out my full review, but this is probably my favorite book of the month that I purchased. All right, next was also an Owl Crate box book, and that is Witches Steeped in Gold. This is a Jamaican-inspired fantasy where these 2 like enemy witches have to team up to take down the crown, I believe. And for one, the cover's really pretty. I still wish Owl Crate would do sprayed edges, but I like it. I'm excited to read the book. Next, I was actually gifted 2 books by Book of the Month for Mother's Day. And the first one is The Vanishing Half, and the other one is Untamed. I don't know anything about this book. I don't know what it is. I know it's not fantasy or sci-fi, so it's kind of outside my comfort zone, which both of them are not sci-fi fantasy, so they're very much outside my comfort zone. But I kind of like that. I like being pushed a little bit to like read something that's not like magical or sci-fi. So I know this, I believe, is about 2 twin sisters, and they are like white passing, and one ends up moving and marrying a white man and living as a white woman, and the other one stays in their home and lives as her authentic self. So I'm excited. I think this is just like slice of life. I don't know if it's like a thriller or a mystery. And I know nothing about The Untamed. So if you know what these books are about, let me know. Because like I don't even know if I'm correct on this one, but I have no idea. But they sound really cool. They're pretty. And I know they're outside my comfort zone. All right, next I ended up picking up one for myself, and that is Empire of Gold, which is the 3rd book in the Daevabad trilogy. Y'all, I accidentally purchased the large print edition. I mean, I'm not complaining because like obviously like I wear glasses, but y'all, when I how did I do that? These pages, this print is massive, but honestly, I'm okay with that. It was super cheap. This is probably why it was like on sale super cheap, because it's the large print edition. But I got it and I'm like, man, why is this book over 1,000 pages? I didn't realize this book was that long, but it's not. It's not that long. It's just that big because of all the print. But look at that flop. That's some flop right there. So I still need to read the second book, but I loved it so much that I just had to go ahead and grab this one. Another one that I picked up is City of Lies by Sam Hawke. This is, I believe, the first book in a trilogy, but I think only the first 2 are out. This is one that came highly recommended by Patrick, so I'm really excited to get to it. He always has like the best like lesser known recommendations. So when he said that this was super good, I had to pick it up, and I saw it and it was on sale. So I had to get it. And it's a really cool cover. I don't really know exactly what it's about. Let's see. The back of it says, outwardly, Joven is the quiet, forgettable friend of the Chancellor's charming, irresponsible heir. In secret, he's a master of poisons and chemicals sworn to protect the Chancellor's family from treachery. When the Chancellor succumbs to an unknown poison and an army besieges the city, Joven and his sister, Kalina, must protect the heir and save their city-state. But treachery lurks in every corner, and the ancient spirits of the land are rising and angry. That sounds really good. So I'm excited to get to this. Another one that I picked up is The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. This is like a kid's book, and it's like a kid's picture book kind of, but the art is so pretty. Like, and I mean, I have 2 kids, so I don't really need an excuse to buy kids books, do I? It's just, I've heard that this is just so sweet and so cute, and obviously it's a kid's book, so I can read it to my children, because I do have 2 small children, so that kind of helps me out, right? But really, the art is just so pretty, and I've heard so many good things about this. Next, I kind of went on a purchasing spree, all of one author, and that is Sarah Beth Durst. I read The Bone Maker earlier in the year and I loved it. It is still one of my favorite books I've read so far this year, and I wanted to pick up a bunch more by her. I actually plan on reading the first Queens of Renthia book in June, so I'm really excited for that. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and pick up like a bunch of her books. So I got Race the Sands, and then I picked up The Deepest Blue, The Reluctant Queen, and Queen of Sorrow. These are books 2 and 3 in the Queens of Renthia series. So really excited to read book 1 and then like kind of jump right into these. And I believe those are adults. The other 2 that I got, Deepest Blue and Race the Sands, are both YA, I believe. Race the Sands might be adult. I know Deepest Blue is YA. But this, I'm not sure. This could be YA, but this might actually be adult because I think we're following a mother character, which you know I love. So I think it might be adult. But it's also a standalone. Y'all, it's an adult standalone about a mom. Like, yes! Yes! I'm very happy for that. I also picked up I Am a Pilgrim by Terry Hayes. My friend Abby over at Abby Salter really liked this book. I believe it's her boyfriend's like absolute favorite book of all time. And I wanted to pick it up just because it sounded really cool and I saw it at the used bookstore, so I got it. I also picked up a couple of novellas this month, and I picked up This Is How You Lose the Time War, Ring Shout, and Over the Woodward Wall. I'm really excited. I've been really liking novellas lately. They're really nice to just like throw in there when I need something to like cleanse my palate. I just need something short, something that I can just like grab and take and read in one day. Like, I've been really liking novellas and I've heard good things about all 3 of these, so I'm pretty excited. All right, we also got Witches of Ash and Ruin, which I'd heard a lot of people talk about when it first came out, but I haven't heard anyone really talk about it recently or like since it's come out. So I'm excited to pick this up. I think it's like very like witch hunter-esque, like kind of Salem witch trials-y, so I'm excited to get to it, and the cover's really pretty. I also picked up The Princess Will Save You, which is a YA fantasy retelling that's gender swapped of The Princess Bride. So I'm very excited for that. The only thing is I'm pretty sure the farm boy's name is Luca, which is my son's name, so that's just always a little weird. I also pushed myself a little bit outside my comfort zone and picked up American Royals. This is I don't know if it's like a contemporary because it is alternate universe, but it's like an alternate universe if George Washington would have decided to be a king instead of a president. So it's like we have an American royal family, and I'm kind of excited to get to it. I've heard good things even from people that like read primarily fantasy, so that kind of makes me excited to get into this one. I also had some gifts. I was sent the Tethered Mage by my friend Vish at Books with V as an early birthday present, so thank you so much. I'm excited to get to this. I had this on my wish list because like everybody speaks highly of it. She said that her mom really liked it too, and from what I can tell, every time Vish says her mom likes something, I usually end up liking it. So excited. And then my friend Katrina sent me a Paranesi for a Mother's Day present, and y'all, I'm so excited. This is like a standalone fantasy and I'm excited. Everybody loves it. I hear it compared to like The Starless Sea and 10,000 Doors of January, where it's like that very whimsical lyrical writing, and I'm here for it. I'm down. If it's confusing, I'm even more excited. So I'm very excited to get to this one. All right, y'all, that was everything that I picked up in the month of May, which is a lot. I know that was a lot of books, but I have no excuses. I have nothing. I just shopped a lot and got a lot of books. But it was a good time, and I am excited to read all of these, and I'm gonna do my best to get to them as soon as possible. So what you gonna do? All right, well, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I will see you next time. Bye.